Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be making some big commander updates and gloating a little about passing our power target on the eve of KVK1. Well my friends, finally, after much grinding and an event that came about and gave us exactly what we needed, we finally get our long-awaited good equipment for our Purple Prince. Namely, and I'm going to make sure I do this right, namely the Revival Greaves. Let me make sure I do this right. So we have Revival Greaves, which we got from level something of the event. I've grossly underestimated how much work the event is. I'm trying to do it on 4 accounts. It was an idiotic decision. I spent all evening watching TVs. Going through anyway. Level 21, we managed to get the final 10 epic pieces, whatever they're called. I'm tired. So we're going to craft the Revival Greaves, hope for a crit. Why am I never lucky? Actually, I was very lucky the other day, so never mind. So that means that we can make a big upgrade to Thutmose. We can take off these, put on these, and now that we've got one piece of the set, we can also take off this and put on this. I do. Which means he now gets a... where is it? 3% attack bonus from getting 2 of the revival set. So his archer attack's up 7.5%, 22.5 for defense, 3.5 for health. Let's just, out of curiosity, see how much of an upgrade that actually is. He loses some health. Like, he loses from 9.5% to... oh, wait. To 3.5%. And I'll tell you what, health is the best stat in the game by a mile when it comes to equipment. So the fact we're getting 7.5% for attack, a little bit for defense, but we're losing 6% of health, there is an argument that it is better to not do this. It certainly would be better if these were critted. But the revival set is good once we get all pieces, which I'm working towards now, hoping to get there. I think this is a slight upgrade for Thutmose. It also means that our Boudica, we can give her a little bit of a boost when we're killing barbs, because I always forget to change the armor around. There we go. We've also crafted a bit more equipment for Lohar, which you saw last episode. And this time we've done a bit for Big Bell. Where's Big Bell? Level 40 Big Bell, giving him the Vanguard Halberd, because it all helps staying alive with barbs. So we've got a better set would be to give Thutmose's stuff to Boudica for doing barbarians, and then put Boudica stuff on Ethelfled. But we digress. Anyway, big upgrade there, I think. Well, small upgrade, but big in the terms that we now have 2 of the 4 epic pieces for the revival set complete. Once you get all 4 pieces, you get a lovely troop 3% defense bonus, and the other 2, this is the one we need most of all. Oh, it's the helm, isn't it? There's no such thing as the boots. Anyway, we need the purple boots for archers most of all. We have not got lucky enough to get them yet, but hope springs eternal. So we've hit 12.8 million power here. Got ourselves 3 equipment chests for the beauty of it. And I was hoping to get to 12 million power for KVK1. I thought that was a realistic aim, and it turned out it was a realistic aim, so we've got there. So I suppose the question now is, how high can we get to? We are saving very much for the next City Hall level, which I'm not going to spend 278,000 gems on, bizarrely enough. But it's a long way away now. Once we get it, that's another 800,000 power. Puts us up to... probably in the same time we'll get to about 14 million. So I'm saying 14.5 million is where I'm aiming for now by the time we go to the Lost Kingdom, because I have plenty of speed ups. I'm not really keen to spend them on building, because building speed ups just accrue out of nowhere. You can trade them for training speed ups in KVK, but otherwise they just gather, and they're pretty useless. So it's a bit of a burn for me to have to do it, but I will, if I can, speed up the City Hall in line with the Zenith of Power event, which I believe is coming next week. I have been reliably informed next Wednesday or Thursday, which would be the 27th or 28th of September. It may be a little later. Someone disclaimed, but that's when it's predicted to come out. For now, Well, more barbs. Barbs are the best way to get this event done, and they are the way we are going down. I hope everyone is doing the event. It is an excellent event. Great value in the heads, great value in the fact you get some armor out of it. Purple armor, if you're free to play like me, is a godsend unless you've got lucky. Oops, that doesn't seem like a particularly good thing, so I guess we send her back. Go collect there, and then wait for her to come back before doing our barbs with a proper set of barbarian hunters. And I also hope everyone's got their barbarian hunters ready. I have lost count the amount of times today I've seen Sun Tzu and Martel hunting barbs. I'll see if we've got anyone doing it now. I think that is a huge error. If you're hunting barbs, it should be with Belisarius, it should be with Lohar, it should be with Boudica, and hopefully this is Mina, Chow Chow, or Ethel. Ethel, there we go, perfect. Lohar, Mina, Pyrrha's bad. The simple reason for this, I'm sure most people know, I'm teaching my grandma to suck eggs here, but the barbarian hunters get this lovely peacekeeping thing, get nice little bonuses for every barb you kill, and get better AP, get better value AP. So I leveled my barbarian hunters up pretty early on. I still need to make a decision on who my 5th one's going to be. Probably Chow Chow, because I can get him to 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, etc, etc, quite easily. I just need 4 more heads. It's just the fact of leveling him up, and when stars are an issue, which they are at the moment. So where's a better example of that? Here we go. When stars are an issue like they are now, I'm saving for the YSG getting into level 30. Well, for getting to level 40, which will require an amount of stars, so I'm being very careful with them at the moment. And having a legendary commander being a barb hunter, not that great. There's also the possibility of using Kira, who you get out of the Soroli Crisis. She's a very good barbarian hunter, but the problem is you get such great rewards for the Soroli Crisis, and it's a shame to spend them on dear old Kira instead of the equipment or the speed-ups or the resources. You're probably asking at this point, why does Greg look so old and haggard? And I'll tell you why, it's because I'm quite old and haggard. But yeah, but there's no answer to that. That's just the way it is. I feel old, my friends. I feel old in my bones today. But we get some lovely chests, so I'm old and happy. As we discussed yesterday, there was another arc which we won, which I didn't do much in, so I'm focusing more on military tech than on economic tech at the moment, just because I feel I need that extra punch. Hence my research in the Pavis. There was a Kingdom research boost, 15% rune, etc. It seemed like a good time to do a relatively big research piece. I'll finish this. I'll do one more Bodkin. I'll do these up to the max you can get to, and then I'll head back and start finishing the Scythe, Whipshaw, and these ones. Just because I've noticed that my gatherers are taking quite a long time now. I think I'm still doing okay for gathering comparatively. But yeah, with 33rd in the Kingdom, we've had some people leave. But, you know, I still feel like I could be doing more. The top guy, may or may not use a bot, is almost twice the level of me. Good old Hisoka, my free-to-play rival, is much, much higher than me. So I feel economic boosts would not be wasted. And of course, if you're looking for tier 5 in the future, as we all are, you need to do absolutely everything in the academy. All the economics, level 10. Everything to level 10 here, and the 2 of these for the troop type you're going for. Obviously, we're going for archers. So these are the 2 which are not wasted on that. So I'm not really going to put anything in Woot, Scutum, Stirrups, Plate. And certainly not these 2, as I'm only going to use those marches now for barbarian hunting. Well, I think that pretty much covers it for today. We've got a lovely little boost to Thutmose. Feeling very positive about that. We've got More Than Gems supposedly coming quite soon. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's a week or so, because they don't tend to overlap these events with the More Than Gems. Perhaps they will. We've got a wheel coming this week. No, yeah, coming this week. So my main account finally getting Boudica Prime. But on this account, we're just going to ignore it until YSG comes. This is day 73, right? Yeah, YSG will come in 2 weeks. Day 90. It might be 4 weeks. It's either 2 or 4 weeks. It's certainly not tomorrow. He's the guy we're going for. He's the guy we're saving all our gold heads for. All 124 of them. Which isn't that many, but it's enough to get him a good start on his way. You'll need 690 to expertise. So, yeah, I'm a long way away. I'm less than a fifth of the way there. Obviously, we'll get more gold heads from KVK. Once we finally get up to VIP 12, we'll get some more, but it feels a long way away at this moment. Anyway, my friends, a final point, actually, I know I go on a bit, but the kingdom, I must give credit to the people who've been managing migration. They've gotten some strong players. I believe this Shanks is a new guy. I believe this Kizaru is a new guy, Asmita. There's a few more I saw who were new, but you know, getting in players for KVK1 is probably the hardest bit because, you know, it's only spenders who will tend to migrate. Usually, or if there's been a civil war, like in our kingdom there was. So, getting players in, I think we're well positioned now. We still haven't got the Rising Star, but we're not too far behind our rival kingdoms. I think our top alliance is... we'll have a quick check, shall we? It might... If not the most powerful one in our bracket, I think it's certainly one of them. Let's have a quick shufty, shall we? I know it's stronger than 58 and 57. It's the only one I haven't checked. Où est le temple? Le temple est ici. So it's stronger than that one. Stronger than that one. And 3 for 3. 3 for 3. So, whilst we haven't got the most T5 players, which is a huge thing, we do have the strongest alliance. We don't have the strongest second and or third alliance for sure, but having the strongest alliance is certainly something to be happy with. So as we approach KVK, which I'm very excited about, and we'll do a lot of videos for that as we go into that, I still think we're underdogs, but we're in a slightly better position than we were. Some good players come to the kingdom, and I'm sure they'll be integral to fighting. Well, my friends, that's me out. I shall carry on grinding the event. I've got this many AP pots left. Fewer than I'd like, but I want to save them all for Marauders and Marauder Forts. And it's a shame we've had to give up the Barbarian Forts for a week and thus delay our Tier 5, but this event's just too good a value. We're going to get another 25 heads, I think, by the time we get to the end, and that's just far too good to turn your back on it. 15, yeah, another 25 heads. So I'm going to carry on grinding. Thanks very much for watching. Thutmose is better. All hail the purple pharaoh. I don't know if he was a pharaoh. I haven't checked. Let's assume he was. Good night and goodbye.